So what is a fixed mindset? Somebody with a fixed mindset assumes that all the skills and characteristics that they have, they got at birth. Like it's woven into their DNA and they can't change that. Either they're going to be really intelligent or they're going to be dumb. They're going to be extremely good at basketball or they're never going to be able to dribble at all. They tend to put themselves into a box, and this means that it diminishes their creativity because they don't think that they can learn, and if this isn't natural for me, then I don't really tend to try to do it. So they're really stuck in whatever it is job role that they get into. They have a hard time breaking out of that. People with a fixed mindset are very poor evaluators of their abilities. These are the people that when you go into a performance evaluation with them, they either overestimate their abilities, thinking that they're better than you believe and you just can't see their brilliance, or they tend to underestimate. So if you gave them a scorecard on how do you think you do in this area, they're not going to line up with probably how you would evaluate them as their manager. They're not flexible or adaptable. These are your people that through the pandemic really struggled to switch to a work from home environment, and then may also be the ones that are fighting you to come back to the office. They do not like change in any form. Versus someone with a growth mindset really thrives on challenges. And they don't see failures as I'm a failure, but it's a learning opportunity. It's really a springboard for them to excel and develop new skills and new abilities. They believe that one is always capable of changing, learning, developing. If I'm not good at it today, give me 3 weeks and I'll excel at it. They're willing to take that on head first. They're able to critically evaluate their capabilities. These are the people you love to do performance evaluations with, because when you score them, typically their scores will match what you give them. They can honestly say, you know what, no, I know I'm weak in this area, and they're also the ones most likely to reach out and go, how do I excel? How can I get better at this? What would you recommend? They go around the office looking for mentors and ideas from other people so that they can improve themselves. They're extremely flexible and adaptable. They're open to change. So why would you want these kinds of people in your office environment? When we looked at a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset side by side, we're going to start with fixed mindset. Remember, they tend to believe that however they are is woven into their DNA. So they want to always appear smarter and better than what they might actually be capable of. So when they are given a challenge, they're tending to avoid it. They're the people that if you try to give them a project that might stretch them a little bit and give them a chance to shine, they'll make up an excuse on why they can't take it on. They don't like obstacles. They give up very easily. So if they have a problem that comes up, they tend to just shut down, or they'll start playing the blame game, or they'll shift it to somebody else. They just completely give up. They see effort as completely fruitless or worthless. They see no issue in practicing. Basically, if it doesn't come naturally to me, then I just shouldn't be doing it. There's no point in me continuing down this path. It's not made for me. They do not take criticism well. These are the ones that if you criticize them, they might quit. They will shut down. They'll cry under their desk. So these are the ones that we really struggle with. When others in their department succeed, they tend to feel threatened by that you didn't see them and somebody else outshined them. And then what is your opinion of them? Maybe they're not coming off as smart and capable as they'd like you to believe. As a result, people with a fixed mindset tend to plateau very early. So they'll hit a certain level and they just can't seem to break through. Or if they do get moved up, they start to shut down. And we've seen this with managers that they hit a certain level and they just can't keep it all together. It's challenging them too much. Their capabilities aren't matching. Versus someone with a growth mindset always believes that they can learn and they can grow and they can adapt. So they embrace challenges. Your biggest problem with an employee that has a growth mindset is not challenging them enough. If things come too stagnant for them or things always are too easy for them in this work environment, they're going to get bored and they're going to look for challenges elsewhere. They persist in setbacks. They're the creative thinkers. They think outside the box. So when they come up with obstacles, they're the ones that will come up with new solutions. They see really practice makes perfect. So they will practice something. And if they fail, they may ask for an opportunity to try it again. They're the ones, again, seeking out mentorships and coaches. And they learn from criticism. If they get passed up for a promotion or a raise, they'll come to you and say, why? What can I do better? And they mean it earnestly. It's not a sarcastic, it's an honestly, how do I get better at this so I can achieve that next level? And they find lessons and inspiration from the successes of others. If someone in their department gets promoted, they're more likely to go to that person and say, hey, what did you do to get to that level, and what can I do to get there as well? So this gives them a greater sense of free will. They tend to achieve more, achieve higher. And I will tell you right now, if you've ever been on the phone with a hire and that person has called you back and said, can I ask why I didn't get the job so that I can get better for the next one? You just gave up a gem, because they may not have been capable for the job that you were hiring today, but give them time and they would have been perfect fit.